All right, all right. Welcome everybody. I see you guys are popping in this. Y'all, you know what? I like y'all. Y'all are popping in. I am so excited. What I need y'all to do is share this. Share this live right now before I even introduce myself to those that don't know me. Share this live because you don't want to miss what we're about to talk about. Okay. So go ahead and share the live and pop on in the room. And if you're in the room, y'all know the rules. For those that have been following me, Jeanette Greenwood got rules, okay? You walk into somebody's house, you're supposed to speak, right? So go ahead and put your little name in the comments and say what's up and all that good stuff. But hi, everybody. I am Jeanette Greenwood. I am CEO and founder of Ladies in Film and Television. And tonight, I am super excited. I'm going to change my glasses, y'all, because these got a bad glare. And no, I don't think I'm a diva. Try to have all these different glasses. Y'all can call me what you want. Y'all see my makeup? Hold on. Boop, there they are. You know, I gotta have a little bling at all times. Okay, these are better. The glare is not, they're not as big, and the glare is not as bad. All right. So tonight, everyone, I am super excited about everything that we're about to talk about tonight. I have this beautiful, when I say beautiful, baby, let me tell you, just because we on this little the virtual setting, she coming with it. Okay. I almost went change my clothes. You know, it's a little simple. Right? I said, well, let me push my hair back or something because she bringing it. Okay. And I love it when I love women that are confident in themselves and just, you know, I'm going to show up no matter if I'm on Zoom or if I'm on a red carpet. That's what Miss Butler is about to give y'all tonight. You know, I love fashion, right? She's bringing fashion tonight. So y'all, let me just say, I'm super excited about what's about to happen tonight. As I already said, we're Ladies in Film and Television nonprofit organization here in Arlington, Texas, the amazing Arlington, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. And don't you say anything. Don't type any jokes in the comment. Okay, we won yesterday. Hello. So I am super excited. I see somebody giving hearts. I appreciate y'all in those hearts. Go ahead and tell me who you are in the comments because I have a fabulous lady that's about to join me in just a moment. Now, let me just give a brief little something about this lady. Her name is Mahalia Butler. She is an active member of Ladies in Film and Television. And not only that, tonight, what we're coming to talk about is this amazing film that she has actually helped co-write. Yes, a lady co-write. And not only that, she's produced. So this film is actually a psycho thriller. I'm excited about that because we you know, I'm guilty of always writing drama. Y'all know I'm the drama queen. I'm gonna write me some drama. Okay, you know, I try to dip and dab in a little comedy. I even did a little horror. I don't like scary movies. I'm real scary, y'all. But you know, my class made me do it, y'all. So and it wasn't even a big horror. When I got through, it was a horror comedy. I was like, what the heck did I just write? I just can't do it, y'all. I don't have it in me. But she has written a movie that is out there right now. It's coming to more distribution channels. So I'm excited to talk about the film, and it's called Premonition. And I'm going to go ahead and bring her on to talk about this amazing film. And if you have questions, guys, look, please type them in because y'all know I can talk. So I don't want to just hog the show. Yeah, I am the host, Jeanette Greenwood, but I like to talk back. So if you got questions for her, please type those in. We will pin those questions up and we will try to get her to answer them as best as she can. So one more house rule. One more house rule. Y'all bet you say, oh, she got too many rules. Y'all, I'm an educator. Okay, I'm a teacher. We can have rules. That's what we do. Okay. I can't see you. You can't. You can see me. She can't see you. So I can't hear you. So our rule is when one of our guests come on, you applause by giving hearts. So this is my phone, and I'm gonna give y'all a little example now. Okay. So right now you have the hearts, and when she come on, don't do this. that one little heart. No. I need you to go crazy on those hearts. We want her to have hearts all over. Now, don't type in no hearts, y'all. I'm trying to teach you something. Listen, stay with me. Don't type in no hearts. It's a button on your phone if you're on your phone, and you can click it as many times as you want. So I need you to do like this. You don't have to make this face, but do like this, okay? I need you to give her a lot of hearts. That's how we clap on here, okay? So without further ado, I'm super duper excited to bring on our special guest for our first segment, and she just made lived history because ladies talk film. Welcome to the stage, Miss Mahalia Jackson Butler.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I am excited to have you. And look, y'all, did not tell y'all the truth. Look at her. Fabulous.
A little something for you tonight.
A little something. I know that's right. So thank you so much for accepting my invitation to come on and talk with us about this amazing film. I mean, I'm excited because you work with a legend on this. Oh my God. I'm like, how she get Bill Duke? A legend.
The favor of God, I'm going to tell you.
Okay, well, we're going to find out about God's favor tonight. So look, y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all here all night. I promise I'm not, but I got a bunch of questions because I want to know. Y'all want to know too, right? We want to know. Know. So you have this film, okay? And I have the trailer. We're going to show the trailer in a minute. So I'm relying on more people to get on because I want them to see the trailer. Sure. And y'all, please share and tag people and get them in the room with us. Thank you so much. And thank you. Hi, Miss Annie. Oh, see, we do. All right, Miss Annie, she's so sweet. She going to always say hi. Good evening, Miss Annie. Hello. Good evening. So this movie, I admitted in the beginning, I'm scary. I actually told you, I was like, I'm have to get my husband to watch with me. I'm scared. I'm real scared. What I want to start off with, what inspired you to write this film? What was the process?
Can I tell you, just from an inspiration perspective, I have always been a lover of psychological thrillers since I was a kid. I just always loved those types, that genre. And, I've been seeing some of the things that have come out of late. And of course, I had an opportunity as somebody who was a creative and who writes, could have written anything. And I just wasn't seeing psychological thrillers that featured heavily strong Black male and female leads. And so when the idea of Premonition came to me, I actually sat on it initially for 2 years. And I kind of perseverated over doing it, back and forth I went. And when I finally made the decision, I had a conversation with my co-writer, Brian W. Smith, and he knows, I think, from the time I initially started talking about it and presented the proof of the high-level concept to him. He just kept telling me, I think Premonition is going to be your baby. I think it's your golden egg. You should do it. My husband said the same. And so, the next thing I knew, and I say the next thing I knew 2 years later, I sat down, put pen to pad, and got busy just crafting out the story, what I wanted it to look like, feel like, what I needed those characters to sound like, and really, I spent time identifying what this story needed to convey and what I wanted to portray on screen. So that was the inception of it. It was a lengthy process, and I think just my making the decision to just move forward with it. I'd seen all of these movies on television, but and I thought to myself, well, if they can do it, then why can't I? And I do not believe that going with a psychological thriller as your first film out of the gate is ideal, because it was challenging. It was
really.
It was, and we can delve into that. I feel like maybe a comedy might be a little easier, something a little more lighthearted might be a little easier. But this was complex. The characters were dynamic, and there was a lot going on, and there is a lot going on in this film. So I have to tell you, and I might be a little biased on this, but I'm really pleased with how it came out.
Awesome. You know what? Thank you so much for your honesty, because it's a lot of aspiring filmmakers that are on here looking and watching. Sure. And I like the fact that you're very honest and transparent to say, hey guys, if you're out here, basically your first film, don't do this one. Y'all do this. Am I right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, essentially, yeah, it is. And I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm going to say just from my experience, it was a challenge because, again, the complexity of the scenes and the message, the story we were conveying in each of the shots, or I guess the scenes, the complexity of the characters, the story as a whole. I mean, there's a lot of it's masterfully crafted. I will say that. And it has everything that it needs to stand on its own. So we needed what we were showing visually to match what was already a beautiful product, which was the script in and of itself.
Exactly. And that visual part is the key.
It is. It's important.
It's the key. It is the key. Now, from what I understand, this film, you were co-writer, right? And you produced.
Yes.
And you actually co-wrote with Brian Smith, a best-selling novelist.
Yes.
And this is a SAG-produced film, right?
Yes.
Okay. How did you orchestrate all of this?
Oh my goodness. So the history with Brian Smith, let's just start there, because we have just continued to work together over the years. I think that we've found a system and some type of synergy that works for us. And I think we do good work together. It started with our episodic podcast series, Legitimately Mally. And it has just progressed to other projects beyond that, leading up to Premonition. And now we've got 2 additional films in the works that we will be co-writing over the course of the next 6 months or so. And so, again, I think just, meeting people, networking, it was kind of by chance that I connected with him through a family member, and we saw that, the engagement was good. There was an opportunity for us to work together. We both are obviously creative, and I'm not going to say aggressive, but very passionate about the work we do.
There's a difference.
And so he could definitely match and exceed what I was doing. And so it only stood to reason to bring him on, because he brings to the team a vantage point and a skill set that, I don't have. He's a 20-year or beyond best-selling novelist. And so I think, transitioning over to screenplays was kind of seamless for him, going from, 300-page books to an 80 or 90-page screenplay. But also he's got a beautiful mind, and he just kind of brought a voice to these characters and to the movie that I just did not have. So I think, when you're wise, you pair yourself up with people who know some things that you don't know.
Exactly.
You're not going to align yourself with everyone who's on the same level and has the same skill set. So that was one of the reasons that we did move forward and have moved forward, and we've done very well together.
That's awesome. And something that you just said about networking and aligning yourself, that's key. And that's the whole purpose and goal of Ladies in Film and Television, is for us to do that. I don't know everything when it comes to film, and I'm not a person to get out here and try to pretend like I do. I don't. I love working with people that do different things. I know nothing about running a camera. But I get excited when I get a chance to even hold a boom mic. Like if I go on set, Freddie taught me how to hold one. I mean, I actually did it for him. He hooked me up, and I had the boom, and he hooked the sound. And he told me what did I need to listen for, and and baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was boom operator.
You now have, right? You did not have it before, you got it now. And that's what it's all about. Just being open to, first of all, being vulnerable, but being open to learning and growing. And so I can't stress that enough. I think that for me, I cut my teeth on any of this by, first of all, being on set with my daughter, Mahalia, who is a working actress. And then, I kind of became a bit more interested in what was going on behind the scenes, because she made it very clear at the outset, she's got her stuff handled. She didn't need mama, look, helicopter parenting her. So even at 10 years old. So I became more interested in what was going on behind the scenes, and kind of watched to see how some of the sets were set up. We've been on the set of Blackish and Family Reunion and Mistletoe, Montana, some of the bigger productions. And it was, I was definitely intrigued. And started, again, finding myself thinking, so if they can do it, then why can't I?
Exactly.
And I always kind of moved with that thought being at the forefront of my mind. And I think it has definitely served me well. I mean, this is not a business you want to step into, dip your toe into, and go into afraid. You have to go into it knowing that you can do this, and and betting on yourself, right? If you're looking for kudos, pats on the backs, hand claps, like, it just does not happen that way. So you've got to do it because number one, it's your passion. Number two, you believe in yourself and it's what you really want to do.
Exactly. And you said something else that this is, you have to have passion for this to stay in this. Because there are going to be times you're going to be sitting around crying, frustrated. And I'm speaking from my experience, you have a shoot time and everybody's not on time, or something happened where you may even get sick or something. You produced this film during, and correct me at any time that I'm wrong, because I've been reading everything during COVID, right?
Yes.
So how did that work for you during that time?
For sure. So one thing about me is I'm a nurse practitioner, still practicing, but I come from a corporate background as well. And so, being an MBA prepared professional in a healthcare corporate environment, identifying protocols,
right,
regulations, standards of practice from an operations and clinical perspective are strong suits of mine. And so, in building very impressive, productive teams is also another strong suit of mine. So, with regard to navigating, first of all, the fact that this is a SAG film, I did skimp over that when I was telling you about my co-writer. But just, all aspects of the production leading up to the fact that we filmed it during COVID, the way in which we were able to navigate that challenge, and it was indeed a challenge, we put proper protocols in place. We followed the SAG rules. We brought on a COVID officer. I also received COVID officer training as well, so that, so that we were careful to not leave any stone unturned. Also, our first AD co-director received COVID training as well. So we were testing our entire cast and crew as we were intended to, probably even more frequently. And as a result, I think of us being so diligent, we did not have any incidents on set. We did have one person who showed up sick, and it was testing day. By the grace of God, I will just say, yes, I'm a believer. It was testing day. And we were able to, quickly address the matter. And, he's obviously safe, thriving, doing well. But our production was not impacted. Other than him, who was a very valued member of the team, we moved forward and we didn't miss a beat. So I think it's just about, being prepared, anticipating the worst case scenario, and being ready to pivot at a moment's notice. That can't be overstated.
Wow. And you have to have all those, during that time, especially, and it's even still now. I know it's not as bad, but you still have cases where people are still getting sick with COVID. Yes. So, we have to be careful all the way around. And I love the fact that you took the time to make sure that your cast was okay and that your team was okay. And that says a lot about your professionalism, because everybody wasn't doing that. I'm just telling you, they weren't doing that. I
heard some of the horror stories, and I'm going to tell you, and because this was a SAG production, which, let me just say, navigating that process it wasn't, I was going to say it was a daunting task, but it was definitely a lot of work. But I did work with another organization who hopped in and helped me, Women in Films and Television. And I worked very closely with my assigned SAG rep, and those guys were wonderful in ensuring that I had everything I needed in order to run a production that was in alignment with the regulations. And
awesome.
How wonderful it is for me, certainly as a producer, with this being our first film out of the gate, to have produced a SAG feature. And and I think now that we've done it, it seems like a major dragon to slay before you've done it, because you hear the stories and it can be a bit intimidating, but once you do it, you realize it's not as bad as you thought it was, and you can do it again and again and again. And I encourage you guys, go after that first SAG, because it just kind of takes your project to another level, and it also opens you up to a different caliber of talent.
Wow, I love that. Now, you got a chance to bring on a legend. And I know for our era, we know exactly, some of the movies that he played in and that we watched. How did you get a chance to book him? What was the process? How easy was it to get in contact with his people?
Well, he's a friend of our family, and it was a quick phone call. And
Those are the best.
God's favor is beautiful. So no, actually, I met Mr. Duke. I affectionately call him Bill. Several years ago, through a mutual friend in Los Angeles, we shared a driver, and Nandi from Hungary, and he'd been watching what my daughter and I had been doing, my family and I had been doing with some of our other productions, and he just become fond of us. And he said, "Well, do you know Bill Duke?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know Bill Duke." And he said, "Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to mention your name to him and see if he'd be interested in chatting with you about your latest show." And sure enough, he was open to it. We connected shortly thereafter at someplace in Beverly Hills, and the rest is history. We became fast friends, and he continues to be a wonderful resource to my family. We still talk on a regular basis. And so when I reached out to ask him if he'd be willing to come aboard and talk with him about the project, our passion, and what we were intending to do with this production, he was more than willing to do it. He was so gracious. And we're just thrilled and honored to have worked with him. A class act. And
yes, Mr. Duke. Yes.
Class act. And so just a little about his scene. We shot his scene alone at the historic Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills. And we spent a day with him. I have my crew that I worked with previously in Los Angeles, ready to go work for me. And we had a beautiful time on set. And so when you see his scene, you'll see he just embodied that strong, confident, retired detective type. And he portrays a character from Brian Smith's best-selling novels, The Sleepy Carter's Mystery. And
wow.
I don't know how many books are in that series. It's several, but Bill Duke portrays Donald Sleepy Carter. So really, really great opportunity experience to work with him.
Yes, that is awesome. And like you say, it's good to have family that know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, that networking is very important.
It is. It truly is. Now, what was your favorite part of the filmmaking process of Premonition?
The favorite part was, I don't know, when we wrapped now. Honestly, let me tell you why I say that. Because on the last day, on the final day, we planned a little, dinner for everybody and just wanted to, bless them and spend time with them and show our appreciation for them just having our entire cast and crew having worked so hard. But on that last day, and we were going through all of our shots and just verifying that everything was done and that we had not missed anything. My co-director, first AD promoted to co-director, Kurtner Benskata, was amazing. And just kind of moving things forward, keeping our schedule, just everything, setting up great scenes with me. She was fantastic. But when I reached that point where we had flipped through, I think all 88 pages and some other materials that we had, and it was determined that we had not missed even one shot.
Wow, that's awesome.
Was the best day on set for me, because I promised you I was going to be transparent with you on here. And so the reason that was significant and of such great importance is because we did have some major, like almost insurmountable hurdles that we experienced on set. On one day, a person lost all of our audio for all of our laugh mics.
Oh,
lost it all. We only had boom audio left. And then on another day, said person lost all of our video footage for one of the cameras for the entire day. We had 2 cameras running that day. So that was about, I think we shot for 8 days. That was around day 6, I believe. And that was enough to just about sink the production at that juncture, because budget was out the window by day 2, and we were just trying to get it done, right? And so what was amazing to me is my team's response to what had happened, because we were completely It was full disclosure at that point, because at that juncture we had to let them know we need to try and do another day, guys. Can you do it? And the way those guys rallied together and the positive energy that was present, it was almost palpable. And they just kind of, because I was defeated for a moment. That doesn't happen often.
It's okay for a moment. It's okay.
In that moment, as I presented to them what had happened, it was tough. And so I think that, just kind of seeing their response and how they were ready to fight like this. We've done such good work. Let's push through. We came back. We filmed the lost footage. We captured it again. And can I tell you, I think the second time around was better than what we had originally captured. So it was, in a sense, a blessing in disguise.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how he work it out, huh?
Amen.
That's how you work it. Now, you said something that actually is leading into my next question, because I'm listening to all that happened.
Yes.
All that didn't happen, the challenges. So how did you approach the challenge of balancing your roles as both a producer, a wife? I know you're a wife, a mom, you're managing your daughter, you're a businesswoman. How in the world did you manage that and working with this project?
Can I just tell you, honestly, I get that question all the time, and I don't know that there's one right answer. I try to manage my time as best I can, and make time for, self-care, mental care, physical care, the whole 9 yards. But, I think that I'm a task oriented or task-driven person, goal-oriented person. And I just don't labor under the thinking that anything is impossible for me. So I think that we find the time to do the things we want to do. Is it easy for me to do all that I do? No, it's not. But I think that, I have a purpose in this life, and it's go time. I'm this is kind of a second act for me. And so it's go time. And so it's just kind of like getting up, being regimented, having the schedule, managing time, and then bringing on viable partners who can help move things forward. I can tell you this, I would not be sitting here talking with you tonight if it were not for the support of my husband.
I was getting ready to ask you about that, because I see he's a big cheerleader in these comments, baby.
That's my guy.
Is that Mahalia Butler?
Look, we have an inside joke. That's my boyfriend. So no, he is he's my wingman, and he is supporting me. It's been 25 years that we've been together this month. And
congratulations.
Thank you. 24 years next year in March. And so just his constant encouragement. I think he believes in me more than I believe in myself. And so whenever I come to him with any type of what seems to be another grand idea or impossible plan, he reassures me that I can get it done. He is my guy, and I couldn't have asked for a better partner, husband. He's a co-executive producer on this movie, but he also was craft services, PA, light guy. I mean, he did it all. So no, he's absolutely phenomenal. One of the smartest guys I know.
Wow, I just love it. That's so sweet. And I know whenever I'm doing stuff, especially when I'm doing stage plays, my husband he's set design, he's craft services. And most of when I was doing stage plays, everyone loved the craft services part because he's a cook and he loves cooking. Same. So you get it.
Same. He held up one of our productions one time trying to get fish tacos together, but the cast and crew loved it. So I guess we had to give him a break on that one. No, same. Great guy.
It's amazing to have that type of support. It really is.
Yeah.
And I definitely can relate on sometimes as writers and producers and out here doing all this stuff, sometimes we do get in our little funks and feel like, well, maybe I don't know. And I have my husband as well. He will just get on me. You've been doing this and why are you giving up? And I'm like,
keep it moving. And we're entitled to have those moments, right? When the load is heavy and life is happening, because this isn't the only thing we do.
Right.
And it's okay to be tired sometimes, but when it's in you and it's your passion and that greater is on the other side, at some point something else kicks in and we just have to keep it moving.
Right. Exactly. We have to.
Yeah.
We can't give up. We got to keep making films like Premonition. Okay.
Absolutely. And so if I could tell you just a little about, I know that you're waiting to take a gander and you're going to show the clip, the trailer. But
Uh-huh.
I will say this. I do believe that we did manage to do something special with this movie. Not because not solely because or exclusively because it's SAG, or that we have a great script, or that we got Bill Duke, or that my daughter's in it, but I really had a desire to create, number one, a quality production where it is done in my mind's eye right, okay, based
Exactly.
on my standard. And so we did not cut any corners. Our post-production process took months, and partly because we were learning a lot, and we were learning new team members and vetting people and changing out people who didn't work. And I have no problem doing that. But I will tell you, because sometimes you just got to say, okay, this isn't working.
It's not
We
working.
got to move on. Because I'm not, at the end of the day, no one person is bigger than the entire production and the end product. And so I appreciate so much that, we held true to the mission and the goal of creating a quality production that would portray minority people in
I love it.
an exceptional light. We have a movie that is more than an hour and a half long, that does not have profanity, that does not
Wow.
degrade women. There is no, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, go in prison, struggling in the system, any kind of crazy trauma going on. It is just a beautiful story about an affluent African-American family who just happens to have an experience that turns the world upside down. But we had, beautiful actors who came together to bring this story to light in such a way that it was very clear. I didn't make a Black movie. I didn't make a white movie. I didn't make an Asian movie, a Latino movie. I made a movie for people who
I love
love
it.
psychological thrillers. So we did have a goal of um, um, uh, crossing lines and kind of, bringing everyone in, if you are a lover of this genre of film. And so inclusivity and diversity were extremely important to me, but also just, telling a story and spinning the narrative in such a way that we show this new generation, these young people, that, wait a minute, there are, families out here like this. And we don't have to, present, stories, all of them in one way. We can
Right.
be creative and have these characters say and do and act and feel and live however we choose. Now, let me just be clear. I'm not opposed to shoot 'em up, bang, bang, because I look, I can get down with the best of them in terms of some of those movies. I'm open to all kinds of movies, but for all intents and purposes regarding what Axiom wanted to do with this film, it was important that we tell the story the way in which we did and present people, I think, who have been misrepresented, on a public scale for far too long. And we wanted to tell the stories that we had not been seeing lately.
Wow. I love it. I love it. And
Thank you.
how is it working with your daughter on set and separating that? You
Let me
know,
let me tell you. Let me tell you. My girl is, she's very she's independent. She's very intelligent and articulate. She knows what she wants. She knows what she likes. And so I don't think, that line of demarcation is very clear. When I need to be mama, I'm mama. And when I need to be producer or director, I'm that too. And I also coach her along with a team of other really amazing trained professional coaches.
awesome.
But it's just a matter of, when I engage her on set, I know how to get from her what I'm looking for. And when I speak to her, she knows exactly what I'm looking for based on the conversation we have. And of course, I'm her mother. So no, she's a joy to work with. She's a hard worker. I I have not met a teenager that matches that work ethic. I can tell you, and again, I might be biased because that's my daughter, but she truly is a hard worker and she's an exceptionally talented young actress.
Yes, she is. And
Thank
the
you.
thing of it is that it's her passion. And even when I think the last time when I interviewed both of you, I mean, I'm looking at her, and that probably was about what, 2 years ago, maybe.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, and just the way that she even communicated. Well, I'm like, she's just a little old lady in a young girl's body. I mean, just very well, eloquently, just speaks so eloquently. I mean, you're doing an amazing job, you and your husband with her. I mean, you could just tell all that you poured into her. You can see it all. So you should definitely be a proud momager. Because you can see, this young lady is going places, and
I appreciate that.
yes, she's going places. So I'm excited. Now the film, I know it's showing on a couple places and it's coming to other distribution channels. Tell us how they can actually go see this film.
Yeah, that's been one of the, I think it's been my Achilles, heel or tendon. It's been a bit of a challenge. But currently the film is available on Comcast, Comcast Xfinity, Charter Spectrum, Cox Communications, although I think a few people have said they've had some challenges finding it on Cox, so I need to investigate that and see what's going on. It came out on those platforms October 1st. Over the weekend, it came out on Verizon Fios, which primarily services the East Coast very heavily.
Okay.
Yes, it was released through Ubiquity this past weekend, and they have several small platforms that they deliver to cable companies. But I think that what I'll do with that is post, just guys, if you're watching, follow the Axiom page, and I'll post where the film is available through Ubiquity. It's coming out, this is great news, on Vudu later this month, I think on the 27th. And what that means is a lot of the population or viewers or supporters who've not had a chance to watch the film will be able to watch it on Vudu, which is in affiliation with Fandango. So
okay,
you turn your television on, you find those panels, find Vudu or Fandango, Premonition will be there. It will be on Google TV later this year, Tubi the first of next year, and several other platforms. So in the interim between next month, first of the year, we're looking at picking up a couple more big ones as far as distribution or placement is concerned. So just be watchful of the Axiom pages so that you'll know, so that you learn when the movie will be released to additional places.
Well, I am definitely watching.
Yes.
Because I had texted her privately, y'all. So we both are transparent. I'm like, I don't have any of these. I want to watch this movie before. Yeah. So I'm excited to know that it's coming out on all the other platforms to make sure that we will be watching this movie. When I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Who are some of the actors that are in this movie?
Two things first. I'm going to talk about the actors because,
okay.
Oh my gosh. So the trailer was put together by none other than Laterris Whitfield with the
Laterris. Okay.
It's his team. And the original poster was created by Rihanna Mack out of Dallas.
Okay.
And you guys did a beautiful job. Just, because the trailer is the first thing people see, and that's
right.
First in the trailer. And if we missed the boat on that, nobody's watching the movie. So shout out and kudos to those guys for assisting us with that. My cast, oh my goodness, absolutely amazing. We brought in talent from, obviously we started here in Dallas. We brought in talent from Atlanta, Los Angeles. And those guys just knocked it out of the park. I'm going to talk about Malian first. She's my daughter. But she plays Camilla Hardin in the film. And she is kind of like the cornerstone of the story because she's the young lady who begins having premonitions, and she's hard pressed to make anyone, especially her parents, believe that her premonitions are real, and if she fails to do so, she could possibly be killed. So
wow.
She did a great job portraying the character just as I had written her. We have Tony Williams from Dallas, Corey Pratt from the Dallas area, Gary Sheffield Jr. from the Dallas market. And let me tell you, Jasmine Shanice from the Dallas market. Those guys, phenomenal. And let's not forget our supporting people. Also Michael Gwynn, want to talk about him. Tamil and Lauren Seacrest, Tomas Reiser. Like we had really, really great people. I pray I didn't forget anybody, but that's just my Dallas crew. They were, and I have this conversation often, but we would be hard pressed to identify a weak link. Everybody performed to, I'm going to say perfection. Like it was, they did a phenomenal job. And, we, all of them are show stealers. All of them brought the characters to life. Each of them, the way in which I saw it happening in my mind. And let me just say, I did not delegate the task of casting to anyone else because I knew I needed to pick these people after having written the majority of the story, first 2 acts. Brian came in, helped with those, and took over Act 3 because he's the plot twist king. But when I imagined these characters and we're creating them, and I saw these people come in for the audition, and let me tell you, auditions were not an easy process. We really had to put in a lot of thought with settling on the final cast.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they put their hearts and souls into the delivery of the performances and bringing these characters to life. Tony Williams's character is quite dynamic and complex, and the amount of pre-work he put into just kind of being sure that Silas Smith Jr. translates on camera and to audiences the way I intended. It was, he put a lot of work into that, and was very, very concerned with ensuring that he was giving us what I wanted as a writer.
Love it.
Ryan Thomas did the same thing. It pages and pages of notes as far as what this character is about and the background and the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, these people didn't come to play. Corey Pratt and Gyree Sheffield played the cops, like, Mike Larry and his partner. They were our bad boys. And man, did they embody the characters in such an amazing way. Corey Pratt was the suave debonair, Casanova type. But also a very smart detective. And Gyree was his partner who was giving us everything we needed. He was our comic relief on set and in the film, and just provided that touch of levity that we needed. Jasmine Shanice plays a reporter who there's a little plot twist with her. And oh my gosh. And I'm going to tell you, she was the last person I cast. And it looked at several women, but had not several actresses, but had not found my Ashlyn Cole until Tony Williams referred Jasmine to me. I saw her and she nailed it. There was no question about it. No. And so I brought in the mom and dad are Valenisha Tolbert and Jean Charles from Los Angeles, Valenisha from Atlanta. Oh my gosh. The chemistry between those two on camera was just, it was amazing. And so it was so funny. This is a little, tidbit, a little nugget. After a couple of days, they watched, I guess, my husband and I interact on set. And she said, "We got it. We know who we are. The husband and wife on the show. We're you and Mr. Butler." I couldn't even escape it in writing it. So no, I certainly don't want to miss anyone. Michael Gwynn, I don't know if you know him in the market.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. He's a funny guy. He's very talented. He plays Pastor Johnson in the film, and he gave us everything we needed. And this is my second time working with him as well. And so I think he made it, with this performance, and you'll have to tell us what you think. He's made it very clear that he has earned the right to more screen time with us. So we hear it loudly and clearly. We had also Katrina Satterwhite, who played a reporter, and oh my goodness, Debbie. Oh my God, what is Debbie's last name? My goodness, she's from the Dallas market as well. And she played Dr. Marshall for us. I mean, like I said, I don't want to leave anyone out. Everyone, even our, the people who had 1 or 2 lines, Thomas Reiser and some other people, they just did a beautiful job bringing the story to life. Bill Duke, obviously exceptional.
Hi, and it's all storytelling. So 1 or 2 line or the lead role, all of it plays a piece of the pie. You got to put it all together to make it a whole. So everybody every part is important. So that's amazing that you, and it's really good when you have a cast that works well together and work as a team. And I'm listening from the beginning when you said you had the little dilemmas of losing different things and things not going as planned, and they just came back and like, let's do it. You know, those are the people that you want to work with.
Absolutely. They gave me everything I needed and so much more. And I do hope to work with them again and just kind of keep them busy. I had a phenomenal crew as well. We worked with 3 teams to get this film done. So my A team was the DP cinematographer was Max Wright. And my B team in Los Angeles was the DP cinematographer was Daniel Weiland. And then for C team, we had, local talent, Jeffrey Watson. And these guys, again, they brought their A game. My crew, oh my gosh, the guys on set. It was like we became an instant family after day one. You know how it is on set, like everybody's family automatically. My crew, absolutely phenomenal. Both, all three shots. I mean, all 3 shoots, phenomenal crew. And they all brought the right energy, the right attitude. You got to have the right attitude if you're on my set. Can't do bad energy at all. I mean, it's like come to work. It's hard work being on set. It's long days. And so if you're here to, really, do the job and have a good time, because we always have a good time, but we lead with positivity here.
That's wonderful. What I want to do now, because I was trying to bring it up, it worked so well for me yesterday on Vimeo. Now, for some reason today, every time I pull it up, it's closing out. But hey, one monkey don't stop no show.
Yes.
So I have my Facebook up and I went to your page. I'm gonna try to see, can I make it work that way, y'all? Don't judge me and don't call me country or nothing ghetto. Okay. Because I'm gonna make it work and we're gonna see this film. The Devil Is a Lie. So hold on right quick. I'm gonna try to get it up. Let's share my screen on my Facebook. So I'm going to try to make it pop up. Let me see. Window. What can I? Okay. So I've never done it like this to make sure I'm showing. Okay. I got the audio on. So y'all bear with me because I was really mad, right? Let me know if y'all can see this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tammy and your art guy sitting in a tree. She might hear.
Hold on, y'all. I want to make it big. There we go. Okay. All right, here we go.
Oh, he's so weird.
I think somebody's got a crush.
Tammy and your art guy sitting in a tree. She might hear you.
Dallas, my main man.
You've been working all day. Why don't you sit down? Have some dinner.
Mom, remember we had that family thing to discuss.
Who?
Girl, I'm sorry. It's your friend, Kelly.
I keep praying that Candace's death was random and there's not some psycho out there watching the rest of us.
What about these nails? The 30% off? No need for any commotion, Silas. Howdy, partner. Lots of craziness going on around here lately.
It's the man from the crime scene, Jack. Looks like we got a local killer on our hands.
I'm going to tell you what to look for and how to catch a serial killer.
Silas.
Got me a lot very quick. She'll be fine. She's a strong girl.
Catherine and I are taking off tomorrow morning. She's looking after the house and our little girl first while we're away.
I called Camilla twice and she didn't answer.
You got the Hardens?
I had another premonition. Someone's gonna try to kill me and I know how it is.
There's nothing weird going on here!
Wow.
Thank you for sharing that.
Wow. I mean, I can't wait.
Right.
Y'all listen, if you have these opportunities to go, if you have is it direct TV?
It's actually Comcast, Charter, Spectrum. No, it's Comcast, Xfinity, Charter, Spectrum, and Cox. Also Verizon Fios. I think you can stream Verizon Fios online. and several channels through Ubiquity.
Okay, I'm gonna check out.
It'll be on Vudu later this month by the 27th. So check it out on Fandango. If you can't get it anywhere else, you can order it that way.
Oh, good. Okay, because I look, I didn't want to set up me a Voodoo account. I had it. I was ready, and I misread the date. I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It'll be there for you. I wanted to mention a couple things. The actress, whose name I couldn't think of, and God, I was racking my brain trying to figure it out. It's Debbie Ray from the Dallas market. She's phenomenal. And also Marie France Lewis from Atlanta. Oh my gosh. Not only was she an actress on set, she was like, she got a bump in title too, because she did a lot of behind the scenes work with me and for me.
Wow.
I was just blessed with the most amazing cast. And as you saw in the trailer, there was no slouching. Everyone brought their A game, and they just beautifully conveyed this story for you guys to receive and enjoy. I couldn't be more proud.
You should be very proud.
Thank
That
you.
trailer, Latarius did that. How they say he did the dang thing. Oh yeah. He did. That trailer is amazing. I'm telling you, when I saw that trailer, I'm like, oh my God. Like right now I'm working. My grandson, he knows to be quiet, and he's behind my computer. When it was playing, he didn't want to say anything. He was
nice. That makes me happy.
He was doing this. He was giving me sign language. It's like,
yeah, the trailer's what kind of brings in the viewers, and so we knew we needed something special. And
yes.
I think we nailed it with that one for sure.
Yes, definitely nailed it with that.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So tell us what's going on. What should we expect from you work in the future? I know earlier you said you had some other things coming up. When you say coming up, how soon is coming up?
Yeah, so exciting things are happening. Future state, lots of good things happening are in the pipeline. So right now, we're working on our next feature, which is called Deadly Retreat. Brian Smith and I will co-write that one. We're in the writing phase now, quickly writing. And so the plan was to begin production kind of, rapid speed with this one starting next month.
Okay.
Of next month. And this film will be a non-union film. Why? Because I do want to be respectful of the strike, and we have been. That's
right.
why no actors, even my daughter, have attended any meetings or done any press with me. I just want to not create any challenges for
right.
guys who must abide by the rules. So
right.
the next will be a non-union Deadly Retreat. It's another psychological thriller. I think we will be filming in Oklahoma for that one.
Okay.
But it's a whole other level. And let me just say, Premonition is our floor. It is not our ceiling. So our goal is to continually improve with each production. So where there might have been an opportunity to grow in this first one, we will not have that challenge with the second one. And
right.
so after that one, we are looking at another one called The Wrong Family. That will be a SAG production, and we've got some name talent identified for some of the lead roles in that one. So we're kind of saving that one till next year.
Okay.
Forward, what we would like to do essentially is crank out about 2 to 3 features, original content per year. I'm certainly open to considering screenplays from other writers, but we are able to do a lot of that in-house, and we have been doing it. So we have an aggressive plan over the course of the next 5 years. We're also very excited to be launching our own network. So Axiom TV is going to launch in the next 6 months. I've been working with developers, a team of developers, over the course of the past year and a half, to make sure that platform is exactly what we want it to be, and ensuring that we have placement in the right places. And so that's a great pivot for me to kind of mention one other thing. So in building a network and establishing a team of people who know what you don't know to get that done, critically important. But I cannot overstate the importance of networking.
That's right.
And throughout the process, of my time being in the business, I've just been very fortunate, number one, to with boldness and to say what most people only dream of or think, and go after, the relationships that I felt would be viable and important for my growth. but also offer some type of reciprocity, right? We want it to be reciprocal,
Right.
Of myself as well. But I've been fortunate to establish relationships with really great distributors who have content that is ready to be placed on the network, and people who are just in all aspects of the business who can help move that forward and continue to move our production company, Axiom, forward. So I can't tell you enough. Get out, people. If you are a producer in the business, actress, whatever the case, get out of your backyard, get out of your comfort zone, connect with people you don't know, who do the things you don't do, or who do the things that you hope to do. It's very important to step outside of your comfort zone. And you know, I think when you dare to do that, great things start to happen. And so I can't stress that enough. I've got people on my team now who, I mean, when I look at my call log some days, I'm in awe of some of the people I spend time chatting with about what's next. And so a lot of great things are next, and we're just getting started.
And I did you like this because I'm like, she fussing at me.
No, ma'am.
I'm horrible at networking, and believe it or not, and I get in trouble all the time. I have a my mentor, my sister, Dr. Katrina Pulliam. She stays on me.
Impressive.
She stays on me about that part because I want to push everybody else.
Yeah.
And she's like, Jeanette, I'm gonna need you to do a little bit better than that, because she will tell me about different things and invite me out. And I'm like, no, won't you tell? No, you need to come.
You have to get there.
You are the CEO. Yes. You need to show up.
Yes.
So I receive what you just said.
Yes,
I hear you, Lord.
Yes, they need to see you. They need to hear you. They need to, you know, just experience your passion for it. I really can't stress it enough. And sometimes it's not comfortable, but get yourself out to the seminars, to the festivals, even if they're online. I connected with an executive at Netflix just by attending a seminar online, and sat through one of the presentations, and the offer was extended to, you know, follow up if you've got something you'd like to present, and that, you know, invest the dollars in yourself. You know, if you want to grow and get better, you gotta invest in yourself, so that you can continue to grow and expand. But no, definitely get out there, out of your comfort zone, and meet the people. You got to get out of your backyard. You gotta talk to some people in some other places.
Yes, ma'am.
Not you directly.
Yes, ma'am.
You, the people who are listening.
Believe it or not, and a lot of people probably don't believe that, but people that are really, really, really close to me, they know that I don't know. That's weird though, but I'm like, oh no, maybe they was like, no, it's for you. What are you doing? Why are you always pointing at somebody else? No, it's for you.
Yes.
So
do it.
When you said that, I said I receive it.
Yes.
I hear it. I've been actually going through a bunch of classes and training lately, and networking with women out of the states, all over the states, and doing a whole bunch of training. So, and that was one of the conversation in the most recent training that I went through, was what you just said, is about the networking.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
it's like, I'm hearing it.
Can I tell you, it's been a game changer for me, because I mean, a lot of the connections I've made, they are not direct connections. I was introduced by someone else.
Right.
And I met that someone else through someone else or some event I attended. So I'm just telling you, it absolutely matters. You'll be fine.
Okay. Oh my God, it's 8 o'clock. Look, well, we've been on here an hour.
Long time.
I know, but let me just say, how can they follow you, find your projects? Your websites, your production company, anything that we need to know to locate you. How do we do that?
Short of my phone number. So you can find us on social media, on Facebook at Axiom Talent Management Productions. I think on Instagram it's Axiom_Productions. Our website is ATM Axiom Talent Management Prod.com. So that's www.atmprod.com. So prod for production, guys. Let me see if there's any other way in which you can contact me. I think those are the primary ways. If you want to send me an email, you know, That's fine. You can email me at axiomtm for talent management numerical character 1 at gmail.com. So axiomtm1 at gmail.com. But, just be mindful that, if you really want to have a serious conversation with me, I try to avail myself. I'm available to mentor. I'm available to, lift up another person who's trying to just kind of move forward in this space. I encourage it. I support doing that 100%. And I'm absolutely open to it.
Awesome. Well, you are always a joy to speak with.
Thank you.
And I just love it when I see ladies out here just doing their thing and just showing up for the cause and just representing for us women. You make us look good.
Thank you. And so do you. I appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. Well, I want to thank the audience, all of you that have spent your hour with us and just been engaging in the conversation, and you've given her the hearts and just showing love. We really thank y'all so much for just tuning in with us, and we're not being bored by ourselves, which we weren't going to be bored anyway because we some chatty patties.
Yes.
And we just want to thank you all. Thank you so much for joining us. I wish you more success in everything that you do. Continue to tag, live, continue to share whatever it is, and we will definitely continue to bring you back on our platform. But it has been a pleasure.
Yes, likewise. Thank you so much. Anything I can do to support and help, let me know.
I definitely will. Well, thank you all. This has been our first segment of Ladies Talk Film. So we want to thank all of you again for joining. Tomorrow I will be back again, which that segment is a whole another segment. It's called Film Matters, and we'll be interviewing the cast from the film that we did. Actually, it's called Fathers Do Cry, and it's about fentanyl, the fentanyl crisis. So tomorrow, if you guys are not busy, join us back here on the same bat time, the same bat channel, 7:00. Okay. We will be back here on this time. So thank y'all so much again for joining. Y'all have a blessed night and stay safe out here. Good night. Bye-bye, everybody.